Hey guys, Welsknight here, and welcome back to another episode of Expedition. And in today's episode, we're going to be starting work on the new base, guys. I'm super excited. The response to my question of should we build a new base over here was an overwhelming yes. So we're going to do it. We're going to go for it. We're going to build kind of an ancient ruins temple type thing out in this area of the world, and I think it's going to be awesome when it's all done. Also, we found a recurrent complex house conveniently located right here with a bed and some of that kind of stuff. So I've got kind of like a little temporary builder's cabin, I guess we'll call it. I've kind of put some stuff in here already. There's some random things that were already here, and then we've got a few goodies and things like that we can lay down as well, like our jobble barrel full of cobblestone and some of this spruce. And I mean, we've got basically everything we need right here. So let's go ahead and make one more chest just so we can make this guy. Oh, you go here. Just so we can make that guy a double chest. And that should be at least enough to get us started. So I'm pretty excited. Now, the first thing we're going to have to do is I think we're going to want to kind of tear up part of me wants to tear up the landscape, but at the same time, I want this to be like an ancient temple kind of feel, and I want it to kind of feel like the landscape has grown around it. Now, normally, I would tear up the landscape, build my thing, and then just regrow trees and stuff like that, but these trees, these are not your normal. There are poisonous bats that explode falling from the sky. We're going inside. Yes, that's what we're going to do. So these are not trees that we can just grow. We can't plop down some saplings and grow these trees. And that makes things a little bit difficult. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's going to present an interesting challenge because we're going to have to kind of build around these things. So it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun. So, let's get some basic stuff going here. I'm going to get out my chisel, and we're just going to grab some cobblestone here, and let's kind of figure out what we want. I think the first thing we should do is take a page out of my good friend Iskal's book and lay out kind of a block palette for how we want this to look and all that kind of stuff. So, is that a witch? Are you a good witch? No, yes, Coven Witch. Okay, we're fine. So I think we should lay out a little bit of a block palette here. And I know we're definitely going to want to use cobblestone. We're definitely going to want to use smooth stone. Beyond that, though, well, and mossy. We'll definitely want mossy stone as well. So there's going to be a few things that we need and that we want. But then beyond that, I'm not really sure. So let's do this. Do I have a sickle? I do. Sickle. Clear grassy things out of the way. Yes, beautiful. Give us some space so that we can plan and build. So, and we have vines. Good. So I'm thinking, now here's a question. The recipe was added in 1.8, but did it get backported? No. Okay, so I can't get mossy cobble that way. That's all right. We can make ourselves a machine to get us all the mossy cobble we need, and then some. I should have brought some with me, though. I feel kind of like a derp for not doing that, but that's all right. So I'm thinking we'll probably want detailed stone bricks, cobblestone, and then what do we have that looks pretty kind of beat up and worn down? Maybe that? Like, this could be a pretty good block mixture right here. Something along those lines, maybe? And then we mix in some mossy cobble and stuff like that as well. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards at the moment. But I totally didn't bring any mossy cobble with me. So, that was kind of my bad. Tell you what, maybe what we'll do is we'll put this on hold for a minute. I'm going to run home, and I'm going to see what I can do about getting some mossy cobble, guys. I'll be back with you in just a little bit. All right, guys, I am back, and that is a really long trip. Holy cow, I do not want to make that anymore on foot ever again. So, we have a couple options. We could make a path through the Nether, but the Nether's kind of a scary place, and I don't really want to make a path through the Nether. So, what we're going to get into, I think, are Ender IO travel anchors and the Staff of Traveling. So, if we look up this, we can see the Staff of Traveling, which is dark steel and an ender crystal. An ender crystal is kind of challenging to make. We need a soul vial with an enderman, and we need a vibrant crystal. Vibrant alloy is made using energetic alloy and an ender pearl. So we're going to have to get into one of those first, but luckily that's the hardest part. The rest of this is actually pretty easy to make. So let's see here. We need a little bit of gold. We need a piece of redstone. And we need a piece of glowstone dust, and that should make our energetic alloy. Alloy smelter. Bam. Smelt. Do the thing. There we go. Okay. So that will get... Whoa, I have a lot of stuff in here that I didn't even realize was in there. Outstanding. Let's go and put all that away while we're waiting here. I did not even realize that all that stuff was in there. Cool. It's always fun finding stuff. Anyway, so we should have our energetic alloy now, and now we need to combine that with an ender pearl, and I should have a fair amount of ender pearls over here, and we may need, well, no, we should be fine on ender pearls for the time being. We should be all right. I think we'll be fine. So let's go ahead and put you in there along with an ender pearl, and that will give us the vibrant alloy that we need, and we'll need 8 of them and an emerald, all of which we should have, no problem. So, should be good there. And then we'll go like so, and an emerald. And there we go. There is our vibrant crystal. Looking fancy. So, the next thing is we're going to need a soul vial with an enderman soul in it. And I don't know, do I have... Oh, I just saw it. There we go. We're going to need that. So, let's go ahead. Actually, do I have... I do. Let's grab some energy conduits. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and power this guy, this farm. Well, oh, things are breaking. Let's just set this to power on, configuration receiving. All right, that should start popping out enderman now, which is good. That's what we want. But we need to capture one of those guys in a soul vial. So I'm going to go ahead and break those two. And you know what would actually be really handy is my ring of magnetization, wherever that is. I think it's in this gray bag? Yeah, there we go. That thing would be quite useful right now. So let's grab that out. And then, did I just lose my soul vial? No, it's right here. Here we go. Okay. Whoa. Things are glitching. Things are going crazy. That's getting power. This guy is getting power, but getting it very slowly. Okay, it's fine. It is getting power, though. So we should have an enderman here very shortly, and then we can capture him for the soul vial. I'm almost tempted. Yeah, just temporarily, I'm going to turn that guy around so that he doesn't break. He doesn't capture the enderman, because that would be kind of unfortunate if we waited for him to spawn, and then he died. So, what are we at? 75? 76. We're making progress. It's getting there. Oh, also, that reminds me, this energy collector right here, I believe, or the generator, one of these two things right here is the part that actually needs to be shielded. The guy who actually made the mod commented in the video and told me that. So, good to know. good to know. I'll fix it later because we're going to set up deep resonance at the new base once we get that up and running. There's an Enderman. I'll take his soul, and then we'll turn that guy back around. Can I jump? Jump. There we go. And now we should have everything we need, I think, to make the Staff of Traveling. So let's go ahead and turn that off, and we can just turn this guy off altogether. That should be fine. Okay, so Soul Binder. We throw in our Soul Vial, we throw in our Vibrant Crystal. I'll need 10 levels, which I do have. So let's see, retrieve 10 levels. Come on, get down there. There we go. Use player XP. And that is going to go through power real quick, it looks like. But it looks like it should have just enough to complete the job. There we go. And we've got our Ender Crystal. So now we just need the Dark Steel, and we can make the actual Staff of Traveling itself. So that's good. Now, the question is, do we have any Dark Steel already made? No, we do not. So, to make Dark Steel, we need pulverized obsidian and regular steel, or iron, pulverized coal, and obsidian. I'm thinking iron, pulverized coal, and obsidian is probably going to be the easiest option. So why don't we do that? So we'll go and throw two coal into a pulverizer. There we go. And then in our alloy smelter, we'll put in that, and that should spit out 2 dark steel ingots for us so we can finally make the actual Staff of Traveling, which will be great. Then we have to worry about travel anchors. Now, luckily for us, travel anchors are a lot easier to make. Way, way, way easier to make. In fact, I think I can probably make enough of them right now that we can get all the way to the base and all that kind of good stuff. So, let's get our dark steel ingots here. And wait for it. There we go. Got it. And we'll make the Staff of Traveling, like so. I'm going to throw that into here so it can charge up, because it does need to be charged. Holds 250 RF. There we go. And now we get into making the travel anchors. The travel anchors, as I said, they're pretty easy to make. So, let's grab pulsating iron. We'll need some diamonds. We'll need a fair amount of iron. And we'll need a fair amount of conduit binder as well. So, first things first, we want to make a bunch of these guys, these pulsating crystals. And that was just pulsating iron surrounding a diamond. And then once we have that, we can make the travel anchors all pretty easily. So there we go. I don't know if that will get us all the way, but if it doesn't get us all the way, it should get us pretty close. That's 14 travel anchors. I think that'll last us quite a while. I don't know how far the range on those guys are, but we're going to test it and find out. So it's night. Let's take a little nap here. And I can always make more if I need to, because to make that energized, to make this stuff, the pulsating iron, it's just iron and ender pearl in the alloy smelter. So super easy. So let's see. I think the first one I'm going to put right there. And we'll say public, and we'll call it castle base. And that should... Is it active now? Yes. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So we got that going. Now, our other base is like way over that way. So, what we need to do is we want to make sure our range is as far as it possibly can be. And preferably not fall and die along the way. That would be great. So let's head off in this direction. I'm going to turn around, and basically I'm going to go until I can't see that guy way in the distance anymore. Oh, there it is. And there it isn't. So, right about here is where the next one needs to go. And we don't actually need to name them, so that's good. We can just plop them down. There we go. And then we'll just continue on this way. And let's see. Actually, let's do it this way. Here's what we'll find out. So right now, standing right on top of this guy, we are 1,978 meters away from our new base. So, if we go a ways, still in range, still in range, not in range. Okay. So, right here. Can I still see it from here? Yes, I can. There we go. And now we are... Okay, so it looks like each one has about 125 meter range, roughly. So I've got about 10 of them left. I've got 11 of them left. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need more. So I'm going to get some more of these made, guys. I'm going to get a path made all the way to the new base location, and then I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, I am back, and we now have a staff of traveling path thing that goes all the way back to the blue castle, or the castle. So let's try this let's try this puppy out. Let's see what we think. We'll turn on our flux capacitor so we have more power, and then let's just sometimes they take a minute. You gotta kind of run. There we go. That one's a little farther away than I thought. There we go. There it is. Whoa. Hole in the ground. Somewhere. There it is. There we go. We'll have to see how long this takes. There we go. Next one should be somewhere down here, because they're basically all in a straight line. Just different elevations, because I just plopped them down on top of the terrain as we went along here. There it is. And this one should be like right there. There. And I think there's only like 2 more before we're finally home. Yep, there we go. Look at that. That's pretty quick. That's pretty quick indeed. Not too bad. And then as for the for getting mossy cobble, that's really easy to set up. We already actually have all the stuff for it. We'll just use a fluid transposer, hook it up to some water, to an infinite water source with Ender IO conduits, or not Ender IO, extra utilities pipes, and that'll give us all the mossy cobble that we need. But guys, I think that is going to do it for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. I do appreciate it, and it really helps out my channel. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. There are links in the video description below, so check that out as well. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you next time.